Didn't see you there. My name's Moss, and I'm not actually sewing anything. The reason for that's going to become clear pretty soon. This has been my sewing setup for the past 2 years. This is also my computer desk and my makeup vanity, and sometimes the cat decides it's his bed too, and it doesn't serve any of those purposes particularly well. It is a very cramped space, so anytime I need to use the computer, the sewing machine has to move. Anytime I want to sew, my keyboard and mouse need to move, and it just isn't very conducive to actually wanting to sew on a regular basis. But that's going to change. I don't know if you can see them behind me. I don't typically have a bunch of storage totes chilling in the middle of my room. My partner and I are actually in the process of packing up and moving to a new place, and I'm super excited to have my own dedicated craft space over there. It is something that I have wanted for a long time, and I'm finally gonna get that, and I could not be more excited if you're gonna come along with me. I still have a lot of stuff still to pack up and move, but you, lucky thing, with the magic of editing, you get to pop over to that new craft space in just 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's not a very big improvement right now, is it? This is still quite messy, but don't worry, we're gonna work on this. In fact, I am going to be reorganizing this whole room from the ground up, filling out some new furniture, getting rid of some stuff, putting up some decorations and everything. We are going to fully reinvent this space, and you're going to come along with me for it. So let's jump into it. I am going to first of all show you a bit of what I have, what I'm working with in this space, and then we're gonna get into the organizing, unpacking of everything, and then doing a couple of home improvements and things to this room. So yeah, let's go. So this is the view when you walk in. This is going to be our guest bedroom, so I've kind of got to work around that bed. Here's my antique treadle sewing machine. We've got the actual machine sitting on the ground. That just needs to go back into the table. She works though, she runs beautifully. I just wasn't ever able to use it at the old place. Hopefully that's going to be changing. Over here we've got a new addition to the family, a 1960s Singer table. I just got gifted this a week or so ago, so I haven't really had the chance to test it out or anything, but I'm really excited to give her a shot. We can see the machine still seated in the table here, and then in these drawers it came with some vintage thread and buttons and stuff. This piece I'm really looking forward to filling up. This is where a lot of my yarn stash is going to be stored, as well as some of my decor pieces. It's a glass door bookshelf, so my stash will be protected from dust and the sun, and the cat won't be able to make a mess of it. It's something I've been wanting for a long time, and I'm glad I was able to get one off Facebook Marketplace for a decent price. There's also a walk-in closet. This is currently full up of costuming stuff and some winter clothes that we've taken out of storage, and some more fabric. It is a chaotic mess at the moment, but it will be organized. Eventually. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff in this room here. I don't have a bunch of furniture pieces for it all right now, but at least we can get it out of the boxes and kind of organized. So let's start there with organizing my mess. Headscarves! These don't belong here at all! Ah! Oh, look at that. Weeks. My phone storage filled up, so we're on to day 2 and we're tackling all of my patterns. I've accumulated quite a few sewing and knitting patterns over the years, and I just needed to cut out some of the clutter. My favorite hack for if you're working like a color work chart like this for knitting or crocheting, one of my favorite hacks to do, and I'm not sure where I first heard of it or learned about doing this, but take sheet protector, and if you put your pattern inside of a sheet protector, you can write all over the outside of it with like a dry erase pen and then wipe it off, and the actual paper pattern underneath is unharmed, but you can keep track of where you're at in this. That was a huge boon to me when I was first making these quilt squares. I would have lost my marbles otherwise, so that is just a hack that I figured I'd share. Might be good to know. I wrote out patterns, I guess, that I couldn't print off, or maybe ones that I altered a little bit. That's so cool. These are like 10 years old maybe at this point. This is gonna be fun. Once my crochet patterns were all in order, it was time to address the disaster that was my self-drafted and printed pattern pieces. I've got quite a few sewing patterns that I traced out onto large sheets of craft paper, as well as your more standard printed PDF patterns, and I did not organize them well at the last place. So now I must pay the price. I have a lot of work ahead of me with this. You don't need to see all this for us to know it's done. See you in a minute. Whew. Okay, that's a lot better. I have got all of my paper patterns all sorted out now. I've got a chunky binder full of paper patterns. And this box is holding all of my commercial patterns. And everything has a home. Boxed up and done. You're good to go. Under the bed. Be gone. Yay. Yay. Here. I can actually see the floor, and that is a big improvement. We've got most of everything put away. The only things we really have left to tackle are the closet full of winter wear and accessories and cosplay things and fabric, and then this bin and a couple of other things of yarn and fabric. I think we're going to tackle the closet first because that is more daunting, and then we will relax and unwind with putting some yarn and fabric away in the little bookshelf that's right there behind you. I'm really excited to have this stuff visible on display so that I can see it. Hopefully that will inspire me to actually do some crafts now that I have the space semi set up. Obviously, it is not a finished product in this video. It is not 100% complete. That's not the way I run things. We do things slowly, mindfully, sustainably. So that means not going out and buying everything you need right at once, settling with something that's a little bit cheaper, worse quality. It's not going to last you as long. I want to take my time really building this into a comfortable space that I'm happy to work in. So we're going to get the closet functional so that it isn't terrifying and something that I have to keep the door closed on in perpetuity. And then I'm going to get my yarn and fabric all put away, happy and pretty. Yeah. I'm scared to go in there. Are you scared? Come on, we'll do this together. We'll do it together. Let's do this. Semi-complete craft space. I'm pretty happy with the results we've gotten in this past week. We've got everything taken out of the moving totes. We've got it organized, so I at the very least know where all my things are. They're grouped together by craft. I've got my sewing station set up here. I've got my yarn on display how I've always wanted it. I've got some of my decorations around, things that I've been wanting to display for the past 2 years but haven't had the space to. We've kind of sort of got the closet situation sorted out. That will still take some improving, but we're getting there. There's still a lot of stuff that needs to be done in here. We are by no means complete with the transformation of this room into my craft space and studio. I've got a bunch of art to put up on these boring beige walls. I have a shelf I need to put up. I want to get a couple more pieces of permanent furniture that matches the dark wood aesthetic I have going on. Some slightly better organizational furniture like some drawers. I need to get some stuff for the closet. That's going to be a whole other thing. Hopefully another installment in this saga of building out the craft space that you will join me for. But for now, this is a lot more functional than it was a week ago when we were just moving in. I'm so excited to be able to use this space. There's a lot more in the decorating and fine organizational stuff that I want to get into, but that's not something for this video. This is already long enough. For someone who hasn't ever edited videos, this is going to be a task and a half for me, but I am excited to learn. But thank you so much for joining me for this video, for this unpacking and organizing of my craft space, the first of hopefully a couple installments in this, talking about building out this space to be the ideal craft studio. Thank you for coming along. It means the world to me. I hope I will see you in the next video. I will be doing some crafting next time, fingers crossed. I'm excited to actually be able to use my sewing machines again for the first time in like a month. Hope you're excited to see what I do at this space because I sure as hell am. Thank you so much. Bye-bye and happy crafting. We are gonna make so many things for the house together. You don't even know. You don't even know the depth of my plans.